Hey there, sports fans. How we doing? This is playoff week 2, divisional round. The NFL playoffs here. We got 4 games over 2 days here. We got two Saturday games. Our 2 Saturday games are 4:30. We have Jacksonville, Kansas City. I'm taking Kansas City in this one, 31-27. I think it's going to be a good game. But I think this is probably the one game that could be an upset. I think a lot of the rest of the games are going to go the way they're supposed to go. But who knows? But this is one where you saw a lot of different things out of them last week, including a team that threw 4 interceptions and still able to stay poised enough to keep themselves in the game, come back and win the game. I give him a lot of credit for a guy I don't like. Lawrence is definitely playing like a leader of the team, and they have a lot of talent around him. Guys that maybe on other rosters might have been tier 2 guys, or I remember again early in the beginning of the season, or before the season had started, people were upset that Christian Kirk got the kind of contract that he did, and all this stuff, and he's turned out to these guys, they built around him so well, and they're doing really good over there. So at the same time, Jacksonville did lose to them early in the year. It's a 10-point loss, where Mahomes threw for 4 touchdowns. I feel like Jacksonville's a better team than they were when they played earlier in the season. But Kansas City's still Kansas City, and this is a playoffs. They're a hard team to bet against. So I think Kansas City wins this one, but I think Jacksonville could win this one. But I'm taking Kansas City for now. In the meantime, it should be a hell of a game either way. Next game is the 8:15 game, and this is the Giants-Philly. I'm taking Philly in this one by quite a bit, actually. Philly's coming off a bye week, energetic, amazing, high-powered offense, and a good defense. So I'm taking Philly actually in this one. I took Philly 35-20 in this one. I think the Giants are kind of, again, they're riding on the back of Danny Dimes. Unless they get something else going over there, I don't know how many more games he's going to be able to lead the team in passing, rushing. Pretty soon he's going to start catching balls. It's getting kind of crazy over there. So I think I don't know how long they're going to be able to keep up this this run in the playoffs. I think at this point they're probably the weakest team on the list of the final 8. It's one of those, we'll see what happens. You got, again, you're playing teams that are divisional teams. They've played during the regular season. We'll see how it turns out. For the playoffs. Maybe they find a little something that wasn't there. And can dig out a win here. Remember, it's only one. You only got to win once. These guys just got to pull out a win. It's just about today. So who knows? Who knows what team shows up to play? But again, Philly, I expect them to be well rested and in pretty good shape. So I think with all their starters ready and on offense and defense, I think Philly should be able to really get at these guys. I don't think they want to see Danny Dimes running 17 times against that front line there. He's going to be taking a lot of hits if that's the case, and they're not nice hits. They're tough ones. But so I think, again, I'm taking Philly in this one. Our Sunday games, we have a 3 o'clock game between Cincinnati and Buffalo, which is a rematch of, unfortunately, a game that got canceled a couple weeks ago. So we only got to see them play for a couple of minutes, and both teams were going back and forth. It wasn't really much that happened yet. There was some scoring on the board already, but it was early in the game. I don't know how, I don't know what kind of emotions are going to be in play during this game. I don't know what kind of mindset some of these guys are going to have playing against each other again so quick. But I did take Buffalo because Buffalo is still my number 1 pick for the Super Bowl. I take Buffalo in this one, 30-24. Not that I don't want to shit on Cincinnati and say they don't have a chance here, but if the same team that showed up to play Baltimore shows up to play Buffalo this week. Buffalo should be able to take this one by quite a landslide. So hopefully they have a better playoff sense, this week. The 6:30 game for the last game of the weekend is Dallas and San Francisco. Now I know San Fran's a favorite in this one, but you're talking about two of probably the top 3 or 4 defenses in the NFL. This is probably one of the better defenses that Purdy's ever played against yet. I imagine Dan Quinn's got a few rabbits in the hat. He's gonna work up to throw at this kid. I took Dallas in this one 28-24. I think again, you're two great defenses. But if the Dallas team that showed up to play Tampa Bay shows up to play this game, you're talking about two teams that are probably even on paper, and then you got to lean towards the experience. And I'm going to give Dallas the edge on the experience here on the field. But we'll see. I know Dallas got, they had a horrible missed call last year in the playoffs, and it cost them, time management, clock, mess. So hopefully, again, I think that it'd be nice to see, these guys, if they come out and play at that level, be able to take on these 49ers and give them a run for their money. So I did take this one. I guess you could say this is an upset pick, but I don't know how much of an upset pick we're really talking about here. I think they're pretty evenly matched teams, and I think that Dallas is probably the only team that has the same caliber of defense as San Francisco. The rest of them all might be a notch or two, if not, maybe a half a notch or a quarter notch below. But again, Dallas and San Fran are, it's going to be a good fight. I believe. I hope. I hope nobody gets hurt. I hope they come out, they play hard, they play tough, and I hope the game comes out. I hope we get an exciting game for the weekend. But so my picks for this weekend are Kansas City, Philly, Buffalo, and Dallas. Hopefully we see some really good football. And again, don't forget though, Kansas City, don't sleep on Jacksonville, because you might, these guys could sneak in the back door on you. Mahomes will keep his head up and keep his mind right. Make sure he stays focused, and we'll see what happens. In the meantime, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoy, some great football this weekend. And otherwise, have a good one.